Coming up, a Celtics Cavs preview plus a bad decade for the Red Sox clubhouse. Let's go. So the Cavs and Celtics will get the Eastern Conference Finals underway on Sunday. Who do I like in this series? I'm taking the Celtics. I am not making the mistake I made against Philly. I like the Celtics in that series. Philly had too many Europeans, but I listened to everybody and I picked Philly in 7. This series, home court is going to matter like it did in the last series. Look, if Cleveland had home court, I'd pick the Cavs. The Celtics have a lot of guys they can throw at LeBron James defensively. And I think the real Cleveland team is the one we saw against the Pacers, not the team that dominated Toronto. That was more of a Toronto problem. I'll say Celtics in 7. They go to the finals, and then you have to wonder what if Kyrie Irving had played based on his history going up against the Warriors. So that brings me to my Western Conference preview. Do I think the Rockets have a chance to beat the Warriors? No, I don't. The Rockets have a very good team. They can score, but ultimately I think Golden State is still on another level. Golden State in 5, 6. Golden State in 6. Big win last night for the Red Sox, salvaging 1 game in the Bronx. Was it a season-defining moment? Was it a huge deal that they avoid getting swept by the Yankees? I don't think it was a huge deal. Certainly nice to not get swept by New York. JD Martinez, huge home run. That's why you paid him to come here. That's why I liked the move when they brought him here. 45 home runs last year. You're bound to get a couple that are big. It was nice to see Craig Kimbrell bounce back. I think this series confirmed 2 things for us. It solidified the notion that it would be an upset if these 2 teams didn't meet in the postseason, and it allowed the Red Sox to identify the fact that they have some bullpen issues. David Price will make his start reportedly on Saturday and does not believe that the carpal tunnel syndrome he's dealing with was a result of video game playing. He did say, though, he curtailed his playing of Fortnite. Price outlined his gaming habits to The Athletic's Jen McCaffrey, saying, quote, "Let's say we get back at 11 p.m. from a game. We'll play until about 1 a.m., 1:30, 2 a.m., depending on what time our game is the next day. But day games are off days. We can put some time in." Price also committed to taking other preventative measures like brushing his teeth with his right hand instead of his left hand. Okay. Why is there always so much drama in the clubhouse of the Red Sox? I mean, how hard could it be to keep the damn professional baseball workspace from masquerading as a college dorm room for the last decade? Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels met with the media on Friday at Gillette Stadium. Said he was thankful to be back in New England. Said he was happy with the decision he made to not take the head coaching job in Indy. Reiterated that he still does want to be a head coach. He emphasized that he respected Tom Brady's decision to not participate in the voluntary offseason program. He said, quote, "I have no doubt that he's doing what he thinks is right for him and his family. I completely respect that. I know he'll be ready to go. I know he'll be in good shape, good condition. I'm sure he's working really hard." And he confirmed that he has spoken to both Gronk and Brady this offseason. All right, take a pick. Better rivalry, Celtics versus LeBron or Brady versus Manning? This one isn't hard for me. It's Brady versus Manning. Look, Celtics versus LeBron has been great. It has given me a chance to really watch LeBron James closely. He's one of the best players in the history of basketball. They played some big games. The legendary matchup of 2008 where Pierce beat LeBron 45-41 points in Game 7. The Celtics beating the Cavs in 2010, ending LeBron's first tenure in Cleveland. The epic Game 6 LeBron had in Boston in 2012. Heat beat the Celtics in 7. They've played some big series. But there's something about Brady versus Manning. It was every year. I mean, how many times did it decide who went to the Super Bowl? Football is king. There were other people that made the rivalry sizzle even more. Bill Polian, Tony Dungy, John Elway. Big mammoth games. Prime time. All right, take a pick. Worst clubhouse distraction. The body coach, Alex Guerrero, or the video game, Fortnite. Worst clubhouse distraction? I guess I'll go Fortnite. It's a video game. At least the body coach is trying to help the players be better. He might clash with the head coach at times. That creates friction, but look what the body coach did for the quarterback. Yeah, there's some friction there, but at least the quarterback is playing at an elite level, winning MVPs in his 40s. Fortnite is a video game, and it's not doing any favors for David Price's fingers or his eyes for that matter. All right, last take your pick. Which city is more historical, Boston or Philadelphia? Look, I have respect for both cities. I've been to Philadelphia a bunch. I love Philadelphia, but the answer here to me is Boston. Philly, okay. Independence Hall, the Constitution was signed there, great. Liberty Bell, but I'll take Paul Revere's house over Betsy Ross's house. I'll take the Battle of Bunker Hill over Ben Franklin's grave. Franklin was born in Boston. The Mint in Philly is fine, but the Freedom Trail in Boston is big. Tons of sites there. Old Ironside, Old North Church, one if by land, two if by sea, site of the Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party. And the trump card for me is the fact that the Revolutionary War began in Boston, in Lexington and Concord. I'm counting that. All right, finally, my lock of the day. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL. I'm taking the Capitals to beat the Lightning down in Tampa. We saw what happened in the Bruins series when Tampa had some time off. They started slow. It took them a minute to get their legs under them. Washington has been waiting about 20 years to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. They've failed and failed and failed. They finally get there. They overcome Pittsburgh. They're going to be ready to play and focus. And I think Braden Holtby has a big game. The Caps over the Lightning in Game 1 is my lock of the day. Have a good weekend.
Well, as you know, I'm not on Snapface and all that, so I don't really get those.